like 1 in the morning when I finally got done dealing with all the tire stuff, so I slept in a little late. I mean, I technically have until 1900 today to deliver this, but I was hoping to get there a little earlier than that. Yeah, 1900. Is it even today? Is today the 8th? Holy crap. Anyway, I'll be there at like 5 o'clock this afternoon, 1700. So, I'm not going to be late or anything, but I was hoping to get there early so I could get up to Sioux City today. Which I can still get up to Sioux City today, but they're not going to get me checked in until tomorrow morning. But we'll start heading that way anyway. Going down the road. My way in a big way. Instead of coming back up to Sioux City and getting my APU fixed, they're going to send me to a place in Sioux City to get my APU fixed tomorrow morning so that I can go pick up that load, another load in Madison, Nebraska that's going out to California. So I didn't ask him what time I delivered. I'm going to do that real quick. And they all deliver on Monday. So there's 3 stops in California, 2 in Vernon. He didn't tell me what the last stop was, but either way, they all deliver Monday. So I've already gotten, let's see here, 1,200 miles on this week, and it's going to be 1,400 miles. No, 1,600 miles out to California. And there's going to be extra stops. It's going to be a banger week. So that's good. It's all good news. See if I can pick a better trailer. This one's got a mud flap missing. Air pressure nonsense, man. So, assuming I can get this APU fixed tomorrow, and it is actually kind of essential that I get this thing fixed because you can't idle the truck in California. I mean, you can try to, and you can probably get away with it, but sometimes the cops go around places looking for trucks idling. I've seen it. I've heard many stories of the drivers dealing with it. So, assuming I can get this thing fixed tomorrow, I'm going to be hauling ass towards Southern California. To LA, basically. It's Vernon, California. There's 2 stops. And then back up to close to Sacramento. Oakdale, just out south of Sacramento for Tuesday morning. And that's going to give me about 3,200 miles this week, which is pretty decent. But that's all assuming I can get this APU fixed tomorrow. Tell you what, it's 1:30. Sleep is just not gonna happen today. Gotta be up in 4 hours. Head over to that shop. See if they can't get this APU fixed. It's blowing white smoke, and they're like, "Yeah, it'll be a quick fix." Okay, I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe they'll just throw a new unit on it. That'd be great. They could do that in like 3 or 4 hours. Just rip that unit off, put a new unit on, connect everything up, good to go. Maybe that's what they'll do. I don't know. But tomorrow is going to be a day. I woke up at 10 o'clock this morning. It's going to be a day. Because if I get this load, I got to get a good 600 miles in tomorrow, or I'm not going to get it there on time in the way that it needs to get done. The first 2 stops on this load are in LA. Like, there's LA, and then there's Vernon. LA, Vernon. Like, it's a suburb, like part of LA. So I need to have hours on my clock when I get to LA. I need to have enough time to get into LA, like bright and early, 5:30, 6 a.m. Get that first stop delivered, get over to the next stop, get it delivered, and get the hell out of LA. Find somewhere to park for a 10, and then get on up to Oakdale. Like, it says between midnight and 7. So, no matter how tomorrow goes, today goes, when I go pick up that load, I got to get 600 miles down the road. So that the next day I can get 600 miles down the road. Well, my truck's doing a regen randomly. Cool. I want to say too, I've gotten a couple comments. It kind of seems like people think I'm complaining when I'm just, like, I'm not complaining when I'm talking about this stuff. I'm just kind of trying to update you guys. Like, I'm used to this shit. Like, I'm not upset about it. I just, there's a little bit of anticipation of how tired I'm going to be by tomorrow. But I'm not, like, sad about it or upset about it. It's just kind of trying to let you guys know what's going on. Because if I just, here's what I'm doing, you wouldn't get kind of how I'm feeling in those situations either. But I appreciate the well wishes. But I'm not, like, trying to cry about the situation, just letting you know what's happening. That's all. But I appreciate all the comments. But I was a little confused at first because it was like, am I complaining too much? about what's going on because people were like, hey, hope things get better for you. I don't think, I mean, this is just the job, man. Like, this stuff happens, and, you know, being someone that suffers from insomnia, I've learned to deal with it. And, you know, if worse comes to worse, if I get tired enough on the road, I will shut down before I start to get drowsy. Like, if I start to feel like I could possibly nod off, I'm going to find somewhere to park and go to sleep. Even if it's for 2 hours. You know, if I stop for a 2-hour nap, that's going to give me enough energy to get further down the road. So, if it comes off like I'm whining about the situation, that's not my intention. I'm not trying to cry about it. I'm just letting you know what's going on so you can kind of keep up with what's happening. That's all. Well, that bit me in the ass because I overslept. It's almost 10 o'clock now. I meant to be over there by 8 so they could start working on this thing. But I need to get over there now, see if they can get the thing looked at. Somebody working on somebody already, but told me to go hang out next to the door they want me in, and they'll pull me in shortly, I guess. I don't know. I still don't know what they're gonna do about it. We'll see. Now that I'm over here, I'm gonna keep it under 5 miles an hour so I can keep it off duty here. Honestly, it's a little concerning that I've been sitting here for 5 minutes and I haven't seen a soul in the shop. Maybe they're on their 10 o'clock break. I don't know. Really wish I had gotten here first thing this morning. That would have been ideal. I wish I hadn't overslept and still only gotten 4 hours of sleep. They're back. They're back. Yeah, must have had a break or something. They all started showing up at the same time. So. Remember when I said shops always love to switch doors? Whichever one you're parked at is not the one they want you at. It's easier with the bobtail. Yeah, it was low on oil when it was smoking. I put oil in it, and it showed like a little bit over full, and then it ran for a little while, not smoking, and now it's like all the way full and smoking. I didn't add anything to it.
You didn't add any more oil to it?
I put like 1.5 quarts in it, and it was showing low.
Okay.
But I really don't know what they're going to have you do with it, but it smokes like a freight train as soon as you start it up now.
Okay. Well, how many hours are on it?
Like 7,000.
Can you give me the exact
Yeah.
hours?
64, 66.
pumpkin as bad as you're saying, I might have you back up a little more.
Okay. Out of curiosity, what's the solution to that? Because they're like, oh, that'll be an easy fix. I was like, how's that an easy fix? Smoking engines, burning oil is not usually an easy fix.
Well, one of
Airbox. Literally all it was the airbox that swung around and plugged itself up against the housing, and it was choking it out, causing it to send unburnt fuel through the exhaust system and smoke like a freight train. I'm going to be out of here in no time. I wasn't worried for nothing. Mechanic's pretty cool to let me watch and see what was wrong. I learned something, so now I'll know to look for that. If something like that happens again. But learn something every day. Freaking under an hour and a half. I feel so stupid for worrying about it since it was so quick. Freaking airbox, man. Goes to show, you don't always know everything, man. You can always learn something. Finally, after 3 days of idling this thing, when I stop, I can let it shake off. I got about, let's see, 4 hours before I need to roll, something like that. There's some chance that that load won't be ready, which means they'll have to reschedule the whole thing. This morning, I'm going to try to get a couple of hours of sleep and then go pick this thing up this evening. You looking for me? I'm trying to wait for my headache to go away. I woke up with a pounding headache. I can't leave here until I can open my eyes without feeling like I'm getting punched in the back of the brain. Saying that load's ready, there's nothing on my system saying it's ready. I'm betting it's not ready, but I need to get down there and try to pick it up and at least be down there and ready for it when it is ready. I'm not super talkative today. My freaking head's still pounding. I just took 2 more Tylenol. Yeah. It's not a fun day so far. Double checking everything because my head hurts and I don't want to screw something up. It takes me longer to do everything because I don't want to mess anything up. And I'm distracted. Ow. Anyway. That's the kind of mistakes I was hoping to avoid. I completely missed my turn. Luckily there's a little bit of a loop here. I can get back to the other side of town and pay more attention. Fun stuff. Extra Tylenol finally did it. My headache's gone finally. Now I'm sneezing like crazy, but my headache's gone. I'll take the win. I still have just under 7 hours to go. Need to figure out where I'm going to try to get to. I might just sit here for another 35 minutes or so to get my half-hour break in and then go the rest of the way. Looks like just like last time I did this load, the furthest I'm going to make it to is Laramie. The next place to park is Rawlings, and that's too far. So that's like another 400 miles. I've only got just under 7 hours left on my clock, so it's the best I can do. I'm toast. I've done some thinking on my plan, but I don't have the energy to go into it right now. I'll talk to you about it when I wake up. That's the thing about these hours of service, man. If it wasn't for the hours of service, I'd have stopped 2 hours ago because I was getting tired. But I wasn't like gonna fall asleep tired, but I was uncomfortable, like miserable driving tired. And you know, if I could do it a different way, I would, but I had to get as many miles in the day as I possibly could. I had 35 minutes left on my clock when I stopped. So I'm going to bed.